Hello, church family. We are making this video in preparation for our missions conference coming up this weekend. And as a part of this missions conference, we are going out Saturday afternoon to meet our neighbors in the neighborhoods just up the hill from our church property. And as we go out, we're going to be going door to door. We're going to knock on doors, and we're going to attempt to introduce ourselves, to introduce Grace, to talk about what we are about. And so we have three actions that we are looking to do as we go out. Number one is to simply introduce ourselves and Grace Church. And second is to ask how we can best serve them and to love them as our neighbor. And as we do so, we have this little handy-dandy postcard that has all the information that is needed about Grace Church, about our weekly activities that are going on here. And then our third action that we are looking to do is to have some sort of gospel conversation with them. We have little gospel tracts that we will hand out along with those conversations as well.
You might be asking the question, is this really the best way to go about this? Knocking on doors uninvited is kind of an out-of-date way to meet people. It can easily come across as imposing or off-putting, and that's true. At the same time, though, the folks that live in the community around this church are our neighbors. The families live here, their families live here, and so does our family, our church family. And we want to be good neighbors to them. We want to be friendly and hospitable and accessible to them, and we want them to know that about us. We don't want to be a mysterious building up on a hill where strangers come to have private meetings and they don't know what's going on. We want to have open doors at our meetings. We want to have a playground and a soccer field that our neighbors know that they're welcome to use. We want our church family and what we're doing here to be transparent and to be accessible to the folks that live around us in this community. And that's why we're doing this. So think of it as being good neighbors and meeting the folks that live here around where we worship and introducing them to our church family.
How this works will be rather simple. We'll knock on a door, we will introduce ourselves and Grace Church, and we will give the person a flyer and let them know they're welcome at Grace Church. Ideally, it would go something like this. Hi, I'm David. I'm from Grace Church just down the hill, and we are here to introduce ourselves as a church, and we just wanted to give you some information about us and what we're about.
Yeah, I saw that you guys just put in a new playground. Is that available for anybody to use?
Absolutely. We love to see families coming and using our playground and enjoying it. And as you're here, we also have our regular gatherings on Sunday morning, Sunday night, and Wednesday evening as well. And you can find that information here on the card.
Okay, I appreciate it. Well, hey, thanks. Have a nice day.
Of course, opportunities might come up to talk with folks more than that. If they do, and you feel comfortable talking with them further, you should do so.
Hi,
I'm David. I'm from Grace Church, and we are just out in the neighborhood enjoying the nice weather, as you are doing. And we were wondering if you had just a few moments to talk.
Yes, absolutely. I was actually just thinking about church and the Bible and the state of my eternal soul. I have some questions about what I must do to be saved. Can you come in and I'll make some coffee? We can sit down and talk for a while?
Absolutely. On the other hand, you might find that the opposite is to be the case, and folks clearly have no interest in talking with you at their door.
What do you want?
Hi, I'm David from Grace Church, and we are just out here trying to get to know our neighbors, and I was wondering if I could just give you a little bit of information here, this flyer. More likely, though, we'll find that some folks aren't home or they just don't want to come to the door at all. Just as a quick reminder, we cannot leave materials in people's mailboxes, so if no one is home, just simply leave the flyer where they can see it, simply in the crack of the door or under something on their porch.
Since this is a new thing for many of us, a few tips as we go about this together. Number one, be on the lookout for dogs. There are a lot of folks in the neighborhood that might have dogs tied up on the porch or in the yard. If there's a chain link fence or if there's a sign that says no trespassing or beware of dogs, don't trespass and do beware of dogs. Listen to the sign. Also, be prepared to be really polite to folks, even if they aren't especially polite to you. It may be that some people are uncomfortable with a stranger knocking on their door. I know that I probably would be if I didn't know what somebody was interested in and they came up to my door uninvited. So even if people are, maybe not super polite to you, they're a little bit rude, be prepared to be especially gracious and kind and patient with folks.
The end goal of this endeavor is to simply introduce ourselves as a church and to meet our neighbors so that in hopes that they might come to know Jesus one day.